Congresswoman, excuse me, I'd like you to respond to all of this. I mean, these are funds you, as a member of Congress, approved and allocated, not somebody in Doge to decide who gets and who doesn't. What do you make of how all of this has gone down? Is it even legal?
It is not legal, and it is a clear attack on our Constitution, right? The Constitution is very clear that Congress has the power of the purse. Congress is who gets to decide spending. Not to mention that USAID, while it was originally created through an executive order by John F. Kennedy during the Cold War, it was later codified into statute. And so it is law that USAID has to be its own agency and has to exist. And so the president or Elon Musk or anyone else can't just do whatever they want. These are laws in place for a reason. And I totally agree with what Alexandria said, because this is a real threat to our democracy, to our Constitution, and it's a threat to our national security. This access to classified information, but also because the work that USAID does around the world is incredibly important to our national security. It helps prevent threats. It helps prevent diseases. It's a really important part of how we keep Americans safe, and decimating it is going to make us less safe.
One doctor who received a stop work order told ProPublica, quote, "I've never seen anything that scares me as much as this." You're on the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Just talk to me a little bit about what the global implications of this pause on foreign assistance means for an organization like USAID. I don't think many Americans necessarily know what the organization does. Perhaps it has a bad reputation globally to those who don't know what it exactly does. But you tell us what you know about what this organization does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I used to work in this field before I came to Congress. So I can say that the work of USAID is incredibly important. Let's first talk about on a human level. People rely on food assistance and humanitarian assistance from USAID to live. You're literally seeing doctors and aid workers having to choose which babies to feed because they are no longer getting the money to feed starving babies. I traveled to Chad recently and met with Sudanese refugees there. And these are Sudanese refugees who are fleeing horrific conflict, who are fleeing genocide, who rely on food assistance to survive. That's what we're talking about getting cut. Now, beyond the human level, this is really important for our national security, because this is how we make sure that we are, one, looking at preventing diseases that could come to the United States and get us sick here in the United States. It's also an important way for us to show other countries and show other people why American leadership in the world is so important. And if we stop doing that, if we leave, you're going to see the PRC and other strategic competitors come in and fill that vacuum that we're leaving, which is incredibly dangerous. I mean, there's a reason that JFK created USAID during the Cold War, and it's because it is a strategically important part of our national security.
All right, Congresswoman Sara Jacobs, greatly appreciate your insights.